I'm at Raymond Terrace Local Court following Kevin's case, which involves an alleged act of aggravated animal cruelty. Kevin, not his real name, has pled not guilty and a hearing is set here in September 2024. Now, it's only June, so I'm a bit early for the hearing. Remember, I'm spending the time before the hearing informing myself about the elements of the offence. I'm here because in this part I'm going to discuss another way of informing yourself, which is to look at other cases of aggravated animal cruelty. Each case is different. There might be slightly different circumstances or arguments being made. However, following cases can increase your knowledge and assist you in managing your expectations. This is Raymond Terrace Local Court. It's not an episode of Law and Order. It's not like what you see on TV. You can sit in the gallery and listen to cases that are being heard in an open court. The court will close for some cases, and of course, cases involving children are heard in a closed court. Beware of the court rules if you attend. You cannot record proceedings, you can't use your phone, no talking, and don't bring your dog or your chickens. Ask the sheriff if you're not sure what to do. There's hundreds and thousands of cases being heard across New South Wales in the local courts. Finding which case involves animal cruelty is tricky. The court list only publishes the names of the defendants, not the charges. It's very time-consuming finding a case, if not impossible, unless you know the case exists. It's easier if the media are publishing stories about the case or the police issue a media release. However, not many cases are reported about animal cruelty in the news. I went and listened from the gallery when Kevin's case was mentioned in March 2024. It was very brief and only lasted a couple of minutes. There were 3 journalists in the courtroom gallery as well. I went to Raymond Terrace that day, not just for Kevin, but for another animal cruelty case. I knew this case existed because I had accidentally came across it at Newcastle Local Court in January 2024. I will call this defendant Harry, it's not his real name. And knowing Harry's real name and the case number, I can easily follow the case on the court lists. Yes, Harry and Kevin had their cases heard here at Raymond Terrace on the same day. Kevin's case was heard just after court started at 9:30, while Harry was later in the morning after the journalists had left court. Here's a couple of details about Harry's case, but don't worry, I won't say any of the finer details. The case is from 2023 and occurred at Cruelty, which is just north of Raymond Terrace. Harry pled guilty to 2 counts of animal cruelty. The animal was a Jack Russell. So that's just the animal cruelty charge. It doesn't have the aggravated element on top like Kevin's does. So on this day in March, Harry is supposed to be sentenced, however the case gets adjourned. Harry's sentence gets adjourned also in April, however I understood that sentencing actually happened in June 2024. The point I want to make is that I can't find any media stories about Harry's case. It is one of the many cases that is dealt with by the New South Wales local courts that are not spoken about. Why have a conversation about an animal cruelty case? It's not about the finer details, which are likely to be very upsetting. It's the sentencing part that's important. Sentencing is not just about the punishment, it's also about deterrence. Deterring others in the community from doing acts of animal cruelty, as well as deterring the defendant from reoffending. But how is the community going to be deterred if they don't know the case actually existed? So it's great that there is information about the chicken in Kevin's case. But what about the Jack Russell? I've made a couple of parts in this series now. I hope you enjoy them. There's still time before the hearing in September to do more parts, so my question is, what else do you want to know? We can continue to have a conversation about the elements of the offence, common law defences, case law, or how charges are dismissed. What do you want to know about the offence that is aggravated animal cruelty?